Jérôme Chappellaz. Jérôme Chappellaz, born 22 December 1964, is a French glaciologist, geochemist, and paleoclimatologist who is director of the French Polar Institute, a senior researcher at France's National Centre for Scientific Research (CNRS). He is a co-founder and chairman of the Ice Memory Foundation. Youth and education. Coming from a family of Savoyard craftsmen, Jérôme Chappellaz became interested in volcanology from a very young age after reading the works of Hérone Tazif. At university, he studied geology, geophysics, and geochemistry. Chappellaz earned his Diploma of Advanced Studies DA and wrote his doctoral thesis at Joseph Fourier University in Grenoble within the Laboratory of Glaciology and Environmental Geophysics, which was directed by the glaciologist Claude Lorius. At the time Chappellaz started his doctorate work, in 1987, Lorius was carrying out early analyses of carbon dioxide trapped in Antarctic ice. As suggested by his thesis advisor Dominique Reynaud, Chappellaz began work on methane CH4, which is also a greenhouse gas. Eventually, he developed an experimental technique for analyzing the methane in air bubbles naturally trapped in polar ice. He thus obtained the first recording of greenhouse gases covering a complete glacial-interglacial cycle, i.e. 160,000 years, for his 1990 thesis Étude du méthane atmosphérique au cours du dernier cycle climatique à partir de l'analyse de l'ERPG dans la glace antarctique atmospheric methane over the last climatic cycle from the ANA. CNRS recruited him as a research fellow in 1990 at the age of 25 years. Scientific contributions. Jérôme Chappellaz began his career at the CNRS with a year at the Goddard Institute for Space Studies (NASA) in New York. There he carried out the very first work of modeling the global biogeochemical cycle of atmospheric methane in the glacial and interglacial period, revealing the major role played by variations in the extent of wetland, in particular in tropical regions, in the natural evolution of this greenhouse gas. In 1995, with his Swiss colleague Thomas Blunier, he initiated the use of rapid variations of methane in natural ice to establish a common chronology of ice cores drilled in Greenland and Antarctica, demonstrating thanks to these new chronologies that when the Greenlandic climate warms sharply during a glaciation, the Antarctic continent cools. He acted as scientific advisor for director Luc Jacquet's feature film Ice and the Sky la Glace et le Ciel, which was shown as the closing film of the 2015 Cannes Film Festival. In 2018, he became director of the French Polar Institute Institut Polaire Francais Paul Émile Victor, IPOV. The IPOV oversees French science in the Arctic, Antarctic, and subantarctic islands. The director's role is to ensure logistical support in all these regions. Ice Memory Project. In 2015, Chappellaz co-founded together with Patrick Janot the International Heritage Project Ice Memory. According to Wired UK, the Ice Memory Project plans to create a library of hundreds of cores in an ice cave at Antarctica's Concordia Research Station, where mean annual temperatures hover around -54°C. Chappellaz continued in a leadership role through at least 2020. National Geographic in 2017 described him as the project's coordinator. He is also president of the board of directors of the Ice Memory Foundation. The first samples to be preserved were 3 cores from a glacier in the French Alps, near the Mont Blanc summit. Chappellaz told reporters that, due to rising temperatures, alpine glacier cores must be preserved before melting surface water contaminates lower ice layers. Building the Antarctic vault has been delayed by the COVID pandemic, but Chappellaz expressed confidence that the project, which is endorsed by UNESCO, will proceed. As of 2021, Ice Memory was storing glacier samples from Europe, Bolivia, and Russia in Europe, while waiting for Antarctic storage to become available. Chappellaz says that teams will collect ice from other sites, including Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania and Mira Peak in Nepal. Awards. 1993 CNRS Bronze Medal, 2001 Prix Jaff of the French Academy of Sciences Académie des Sciences France. 2010 Paul W. Gast Lecturer on Greenhouse Gases and Their Isotopes in Fern Air and Ice Cores, awarded by the European Association of Geochemistry and the Geochemical Society. 2013 Science Innovation Award and the Nicholas Shackleton Medal from the European Association of Geochemistry. 2014 Niels Bohr Medal of Honor from the University of Copenhagen. 2015 CNRS Silver Medal. 2020 Chevalier in French Legion of Honor.